Who killed the Black Dahlia? An unsolved murder revealed. Have you ever walked through a city at dusk, when the lights flicker on and the streets hum with stories untold? I remember strolling through Los Angeles once, the air warm with the promise of evening, and pausing at a corner where the past seemed to linger. As I watched the city pulse, I thought about the lives that had crossed those streets, some bright, some tragic, and one in particular that ended in a mystery that still grips us today. Her name was Elizabeth Short, but the world knows her as the Black Dahlia, a young woman whose brutal murder in 1947 became one of America's most infamous true crime cases. Found in a vacant lot, her life cut short at 22, she left behind a puzzle that has haunted detectives, journalists, and dreamers for decades. Who killed her and why? Was it a lover, a stranger, or a darker force at play? Today, we'll step into the neon-lit streets of 1940s Los Angeles, trace Elizabeth's journey, and chase the shadows of this unsolved murder, unraveling a crime mystery that echoes through American history like a song that never ends. Let's begin in January 1947, in the vibrant, sprawling city of Los Angeles, a place where dreams were born and broken under the California sun. Post-World War II America is a land of optimism, with Hollywood's glamour drawing hopefuls from across the country. Los Angeles is a mosaic of palm-lined boulevards, Art Deco theaters, and smoky jazz clubs, but beneath its shine lies a grittier reality: crime, corruption, and shattered ambitions. On the morning of January 15th, a passerby in the Leimert Park neighborhood stumbles upon a horrifying scene. A young woman's body, severed at the waist, meticulously posed in a vacant lot. Her face, slashed from ear to ear in a grotesque smile, is drained of blood, her skin stark against the grass. She is Elizabeth Short, soon dubbed the Black Dahlia by the press, a nickname inspired by her dark hair and a noir film, The Blue Dahlia. The murder, brutal and theatrical, shocks the city, igniting a media frenzy and launching one of the most enduring unsolved murders in American history. Elizabeth, a dreamer who came to LA seeking fame, becomes a symbol of lost promise. Her death a true crime mystery that captures the nation's imagination. Elizabeth Short's life was a tapestry of hope and hardship, woven in the small towns and big cities of America. Born in 1924 in Hyde Park, Massachusetts, she was the third of 5 daughters in a middle-class family. Her father, Cleo, abandoned them during the Great Depression, leaving her mother, Phoebe, to raise the girls alone. Elizabeth, known as Beth, was a striking beauty with pale skin, dark curls, and a radiant smile, dreaming of Hollywood stardom. At 19, she moved to California, working as a waitress and bit-part actress, chasing roles that never came. Her life in LA was transient. She drifted between boarding houses, dated servicemen and aspiring actors, and wore black dresses that earned her nickname. Friends described her as charming but elusive, a wanderer seeking a spotlight that always eluded her. By 1946, she was back in LA after stints in Chicago and Florida, living on borrowed money and fleeting romances. Her final days, pieced together by police, show her at the Biltmore Hotel on January 9, 1947, meeting an unknown man. 6 days later, she was dead, her murder a historical mystery that reflects the darker side of American history's post-war boom. Let's imagine a waitress named Clara, a fictional friend of Elizabeth's in 1946, to bring her world to life. Clara works at a diner on Hollywood Boulevard, where Beth often stops for coffee, her black dress catching eyes. Clara sees Beth's charm, her laughter drawing soldiers and dreamers, but notices her worry money's tight, and auditions lead nowhere. One night, Beth shares a letter from her mother, her voice soft with homesickness. Clara lends her $1 for bus fare, promising to meet again. On January 9th, Clara spots Beth at the Biltmore, radiant but nervous, speaking to a man in a suit. Days later, Clara hears of the murder, her heart breaking at the news. She keeps Beth's hairpin, a memento from their last chat, and wonders who took her friend. Clara's story, though imagined, humanizes the Black Dahlia, weaving her into the fabric of LA's dreamers. A true crime mystery that touched lives beyond headlines. A historical mystery echoing ancient Egypt's lost tales. The investigation into Elizabeth's death was a whirlwind, marked by ambition and error. The Los Angeles Police Department, under pressure from a sensationalist press, chased hundreds of leads. The crime scene, disturbingly clean, offered Leno blood, no fingerprints, only surgical precision suggesting a killer with medical skill. The body's bisection and facial mutilation, dubbed the Glasgow smile, pointed to a calculated mind, perhaps inspired by wartime violence or noir aesthetics. Police traced Elizabeth's last days, interviewing dozens of boyfriends, acquaintances, hotel clerks, but found no clear suspect. The press, led by the Los Angeles Examiner, fueled chaos, publishing lurid details and false confessions. Over 50 men confessed, none credible, clogging the case. A purse and shoes found miles away were linked to Elizabeth but yielded no clues. The LAPD's mishandling lost evidence, ignored witnesses deepened the mystery, making the Black Dahlia one of America's unsolved murders. A true crime saga that haunts American history. Who killed Elizabeth Short? The first theory points to a personal connection, a lover or spurned suitor driven by obsession. Elizabeth dated many men soldiers, actors, drifters, some possessive. Robert Red Manley, a salesman who drove her to LA on January 9th, was a suspect but cleared by polygraph. Another, Mark Hansen, a nightclub owner, housed Elizabeth briefly. His ties to LA's underworld raised eyebrows, but no evidence linked him. The killer's surgical skill suggested a doctor, like George Hodel, a prominent physician whose son, Steve Hodel, later accused him based on circumstantial clues, photos, letters, and a bugged conversation hinting at guilt. Hodel, a suspect in 1949, fled to Asia, evading charges. This theory, rooted in true crime, fits the case's intimacy, yet lacks definitive proof, keeping the Black Dahlia among crime mysteries. Another theory explores a random predator, a serial killer exploiting LA's chaos. The 1940s saw a surge in violent crime, with cases like the Cleveland torso murders and Chicago's lipstick killer. The Black Dahlia's theatrical posing suggests a psychopath seeking fame, akin to the Zodiac killer decades later. Some link her to other LA murders, like the 1947 killing of Jean French, dubbed the Red Lipstick Murder, but connections are tenuous. The killer's medical knowledge points to a transient surgeon or mortician, perhaps a war veteran familiar with anatomy. This theory, chilling in its anonymity, aligns with American history's dark undercurrents, but the lack of patterns or suspects leaves it speculative, a historical mystery in the true crime canon. A third theory delves into Hollywood's underworld, tying Elizabeth to organized crime or corrupt police. LA in 1947 was a hotbed of mob activity, with figures like Bugsy Siegel running rackets. Some speculate Elizabeth, mingling in clubs, stumbled into a dangerous secret perhaps linked to Hansen's ties or a studio scandal. The LAPD's rumored corruption, protecting mob allies, may explain the botched investigation. A 1949 grand jury probed police misconduct, finding negligence but no conspiracy. This theory, steeped in noir intrigue, paints the Black Dahlia as a victim of LA's shadows. Yet evidence is thin, making it another unsolved murder in American history's crime mysteries. The evidence is maddeningly sparse. The crime scene's cleanliness baffled Detective S. No blood, no fibers, only a body posed like art. Elizabeth's last sighting, at the Biltmore, offers no clear suspect. Letters sent to police, dubbed the Dahlia Avenger, taunted with pasted newsprint, but were likely hoaxes. A 1947 autopsy noted surgical skill, suggesting a killer with training, but no DNA survived for modern tests. The purse, found dumped, held no fingerprints. The LAPD's files, partially declassified, reveal chaos-lost leads, coerced confessions, and media leaks. Like the Library of Alexandria's Lost Scrolls, the Black Dahlia's truth is a gap, a historical mystery that fuels true crime speculation across American history. The cultural impact of the Black Dahlia endures, a symbol of lost dreams. Her story inspired noir novels, like James Ellroy's The Black Dahlia, and films, cementing her in pop culture. True crime podcasts, ex-posts, and documentaries revisit her case, with amateur sleuths chasing leads. In 2024, a new book by Piu Eatwell revived the hodl theory, sparking debate. The case's allure, like ancient Egypt's enigmas, lies in its mystery, a wound in American history that won't heal. Elizabeth, more than a victim, is a mirror of 1940s Alaglamore, danger, and broken hopes. Let's revisit Clara, our waitress, to ground the tragedy. Years after Elizabeth's death, Clara runs a small cafe, her hair graying. She keeps Beth's hairpin in a box, a reminder of their talks. When newspapers scream of suspects, Clara reads, hoping for justice, but finds only noise. She tells her daughter of Beth's smile, her dreams, urging her to chase her own. Clara's grief, though fictional, weaves the Black Dahlia into everyday lives, a true crime mystery that lingers like ancient Egypt's lost knowledge, a historical mystery that touches hearts across American history. What does the Black Dahlia teach us? She's more than a true crime tele's a call to remember the voiceless, to seek truth in shadows. Her murder, like Alexandria's scrolls, is a loss we mourn, a puzzle we solve with stories. The personal theory speaks to betrayal, the predator to fear, the underworld to corruption. Each shapes our view of American history, yet the killer eludes us, an unsolved murder that challenges us to question. As we do with ancient Egypt's mysteries, to honor those lost to time. In 2025, as sleuths probe old files, we stand on Clara's shoulders, asking her questions. Will we name the Black Dahlia's killer, or will LA keep its secrets? The answer matters less than the asking, for in seeking, we honor Elizabeth's memory. The Black Dahlia, like the princes in the Tower or Alexandria scrolls, is a bridge to the past, uniting us with those who dreamed under the same stars. Her mystery is a flame we tend, ensuring its light shines on. As we near the end, let's hold Elizabeth close. She's a star in LA's night, her story living in us. Her dreamers, like Clara, didn't know we'd seek her, but they hoped, trusting time to speak. That hope inspires us to question, to seek, to dream. So what truths will you chase? What story will you tell? The Black Dahlia is gone, but her spirit endures. In every mystery we unravel. That LA evening, when I felt the city's pulse, I was silent. Now, I'd say the point is to keep listening, to keep searching, to keep remembering. The Black Dahlia is America's deepest wound, and though her killer eludes us, her memory endures. What do you think? What does the Black Dahlia mean to you? Have you felt the pull of true crime, the urge to uncover American history's crime mysteries? Share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us what inspires you, what enigmas you want to explore. If you're captivated by true crime and the shadows of American history, subscribe, hit that bell, and join us for more tales weaving past and present. The Black Dahlia is ours to carry forward. Thank you for journeying through LA's shadows with us. Until next time, keep chasing the secrets lost in time.